What's up, guys? How's it going? MikeTheTech here, and I've gotten a ton of comments regarding running Windows games on your Mac. Whisky, Parallels Desktop, Crossover, all these apps that claim to be able to run Steam games on your Mac, but all have a downside. Whisky is no longer supported and has broken with recent installs. Crossover is expensive, and Parallels is not only expensive, but has the entire overhead of running Windows alongside of it, so you're already losing performance. So I decided to jump in and try to make something that would make this process not only easier, but potentially better as well. So I've created Bourbon. Bourbon, right here, Bourbon 26, is a pretty simple app, but has a lot on the back end. So you can see here, it notices that Rosetta 2 and Homebrew are already installed on this machine. Wine 11 staging, MoltenVK, which is Vulkan to Metal translation. We have DXVK, which is DirectX to Vulkan, which you can see what direction this would go, and then the actual wine environment itself. Now, this is all you would technically need to run, but we also have quite a few additional tools and add-ons, such as the official Game Porting Toolkit by Apple that creates really well-optimized translation layers to let you play all of your AAA titles at the highest frame rates. So let's go ahead and see how this works and get it set up. So all I'm going to do is click on set up everything, and we're going to give it some time to wait. If we open the activity log, we can actually see what it's doing. You can see that there's outdated formulas. So it's updating all of the software, downloading from the official repositories, and after some time, we'll check up on it, and I'll let you know how it goes. All right, so everything has been installed, and we can see that Steam has launched here to log in. I'm going to go to one more step, even though it's not required, because I want to show you the full flow. The Game Porting Toolkit is super powerful, so I'm going to go ahead and install that as well with a single click. And I'm going to sign into Steam as well. All right, so we are in Steam. We have the Game Porting Toolkit installed, and we can just use it like normal. We'll see that it's actually in Wine, but we are running Steam. So let me find a game. Let's click on this, and let's just install it to make sure everything works. You'll see that Bourbon is requesting access, not Steam, so it's functioning properly. And now we can hit play. And with the icon and everything, loading wine, we're able to load up into the game itself and play it as you would expect to on a Windows machine, which is super cool, but that's not all. So I'm going to wait for this to, actually, probably close it. Let's go ahead and quit wine there and quit wine here. Okay, so that's one thing. Once you get it all set up, you never have to go to this page again. Just head over to stores, and you'll see that we have Steam as a store, and you can open it whenever you'd like. You just click on open, and it opens up Steam as expected. I also threw in the easy wins, like all the cloud gaming platforms. If you click on Xbox Cloud, it loads up in a native browser window, not a browser window, a native window that lets you just immediately start streaming, and same with GeForce Now, Luna, and Boostroid. So we're going to be adding Epic Games and other game stores soon, but I wanted to make sure Steam was up and running 100% because that's the one that's been causing the most issues. Now, let's say you don't even want to use Steam. You can go to Games and Apps. You'll see that Steam has Legends of Eidolon here, but you can actually choose an EXE manually and find any game that you download and just choose the executable for it and run it with D3D Metal. So that's going to give you a much better experience than simple wine emulation. Even with all the translation layers, if you're playing like Cyberpunk or something crazy, you're going to want to use the full metal emulation layer, and that's the way to do it. So yeah, very powerful so far. It is going to take some upkeep for all the Steam updates, things like that. I already had to install one. If you look over here, we have a UI fix that fixes the UI from being black when you load it. So that actually applies itself when Steam loads. I'm sure there's going to be others as well. So because this is a supported application, it is going to be paid at $29.99. That's still half of the price of Crossover and a fourth of the price for a year subscription of Parallels. So hopefully it is a solid deal and it's worth it to you guys. I'm going to keep updating this and, add more game stores, things like that. I'll put a link to this in the description below if you want to check it out. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section below. This is probably the easiest way today to just simply run your Steam games on a Mac. Thank you so much for watching, and hope you have a good one. Peace.